What's going on, Lazy Bushcrafting fans? Today it's myself, Owen. We're not hiking, nor are we camping, nor we're doing anything outdoorsy. As you can tell, we are inside a room. I guess you can just say it's my studio, and we will be doing a pilot podcast. I'm gonna do my best not to screw this up because I'm not a real good speaker. Most of the time, I'm just rambling on about something. So, in the next couple of days, around August 2nd, myself and John will be taking a trip up to Vermont. We're going to start off at Bennington, Vermont, and we're going to make our way up to Manchester. I'm not really sure what the mileage is. It's about maybe 60 miles, and it shouldn't be too bad. I believe there might be some uphill climbs, but once we get up to the top, it should be relatively okay for me. Haven't really been doing anything hardcore. I mean, the last video that you've seen me in was over at Bear Mountain. Now, Bear Mountain is not anything hard. Most of the people that are from New York know where Bear Mountain is, and they know where Harriman is, and usually those are really beginner hikes, if you will. So, with work and everything, during the summertime, it's our busy season where I work, so I don't really get a chance to go out. And there has been I guess you can say I've done a lot of things as well. Family, friends leaving, going to St. Louis. Shout out to Riz. I know you're leaving tomorrow, which is Friday, and it's gonna be a 20-hour ride. You're taking your dog out there, and then your wife will be meeting you. I wish you guys the best of luck. Hopefully, I can have a chance to make it out there. I mean, I've never been to St. Louis. I would love to go to St. Louis. I heard the barbecue was really good down there, and maybe I can get a hike in. But yeah, I'm gonna really miss you, man. So, take good care of yourself. Besides that, it's been raining the last, I would say, 2 hours. Not that I was gonna do much, but rain kind of kills the day, I guess. It's great. I mean, it's always good to see rain. It makes everything, it washes all the dirt away. Trees need it, plants need it. Don't have to pay the water bill to water my plants. But it really sucks that in the West there's been forest fires, right? Out in California, and I believe Oregon. Does Oregon, did they have a forest fire? I think Canada also had a forest fire as well. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy, right? Like, I'm reading blogs about how they might be not terminating the PCT, but they might stop it. There's a lot of hikers out there that are trying to do the PCT, but like a lot of the trails go through forests that caught on fire. I mean, nobody's Superman here, so nobody's going through that fire. And if you can't go through the fire, you're not completing the PCT. That does really suck. So, yeah, that sucks. Sorry to hear that. Anyways, yeah, back to the hike, right? On my side, I mean, there's really not much to do. I'm just preparing at this point mentally, and I'm preparing to make sure I'm bringing all my gear. I just recently sprayed down all my pants and my socks and my shirts with permethrin. That's, if you don't know what that is pretty much it's almost like a bug spray that kills ticks. I'm not really sure how the tick situation is up there in Vermont. Maybe there's no ticks, but there's mosquitoes and black flies and deer flies and all sorts of creepy crawlies that you don't want biting you either at night. You don't want biting you on the trail. I mean, you just don't want it on you because nobody wants a tick on them, right? So, you really need to get ready for things like that. I mean, you can also bring DEET or you can bring Picardin, but, that's like, tropical. Tropical? Topical. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's for your skin. You're not gonna really spray your gear with that stuff. So for your gear or for your clothes, you want to have a permethrin. That way, if the ticks get on you, they just kind of, I guess, they die, and also keeps the mosquitoes away. So that's a good thing. So yeah, I've been getting ready for that, and yeah, I mean, it's the fun stuff, right? I mean, everybody loves enjoying, the hike and stuff, but a lot of people also enjoy getting ready for it. I mean, for a lot of people, it's also stressful, but you know, it's part of the trip, and sometimes you need to plan ahead of time, or for me at least a few days ahead. You need to plan enough that way the rest of your trip is enjoyable. Um, I've been texting John asking him if this is too much food. I think I had like 9 packets of meals, but in reality, I really didn't need it. I needed like maybe 4 to 5. So that's one big dinner plate each night, and the rest of it is gonna be it's granola bars and also Cliff bars. And I think that's what John said he was gonna do. So I'm gonna follow suit because, I really don't want to make food for lunch. Like I don't want to boil water and make an actual meal because one, that's going to take a lot of time, and two, that is going to be a hot meal that I do not need, in my stomach while we're hiking 10, 12 miles, you know. So it's going to be more of a night thing, and I think for once, and I'm probably going to regret this, but John, I'm not going to make a fire because, I mean, maybe we will. Maybe in the video you will see us make a fire, but, right now I'm planning to not really make a fire because, again, we don't want to, we don't want to carry too much, right? On a 1 or 2 night trip, you're going to be okay bringing a saw or an axe or something. Well, I don't even bring an axe anymore. But if you bring a saw, it's not too bad. Like when we went to the Adirondacks, it was actually okay. We had the saw, we were able to get a lot of firewood, and we had a nice fire going each night. And it's really nice, and John, he's always telling me, oh, I don't want to make a fire, but at the end of the day, you're going to want to make a fire because it's just nice and warm, it feels good, the morale rises a little bit, and then when you go to bed and you wake up and you have another fire, or maybe you have another fire, but when you have another fire or something like that, it just feels good. I mean, it's at the Adirondacks when it was nice and cold, having a fire was really nice. And Yosemite and parts of Yosemite, having a fire was really nice because it does get cold there. I mean, you are up in, altitude, right? So, yeah, having a fire is really nice, but I think we're not going to make a fire for Vermont because we are going to be out there 5-6 days. That's 4 to 5 nights, and having all that food plus some water plus extra gear just to make a fire might not. I don't know. I'm gonna be one carrying it. John's not, so I don't think I'm gonna bring it out there. I'm gonna reserve the saw for maybe a later fall/winter camping because once it cools off, then it's worth it once again. But it might also rain a little bit in Vermont, so I'm not really sure. We might not even get a chance to make fire, and I don't want to bring dead weight. But yeah, so just getting all my gear ready, and that's it. I mean, I really enjoyed this part, the getting ready part, because it's just a part of the journey. And some people don't like it. Some people actually stress out. And my advice is, don't stress out. I mean, it's all part of the fun, right? You're going to have fun regardless, unless, I don't know, something bad happens. But you're pretty much gonna have fun, and why stress over something like this? Just There's really no need to stress over something like this. But yeah, anyways, it's gonna be a 4 hour, 4.5 hour drive. Our first night in Bennington, we're not going to start camping right away because we decided that there's no way we can make 10 miles, to the to the first shelter, because we're gonna probably get there kind of late, as in maybe 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. There's just no way we can do 10 miles. I mean, we could. It's just that we really don't want to do 10 miles in unfamiliar terrain, especially if it's going uphill, and it's going to be nighttime. So I think we're definitely foregoing that for a hotel. And another thing that, that we had to really plan for was, reports of people in Bennington getting their catalytic converters taken from their car when they had their car at a trailhead. That seems to be an issue because it's a big meth problem up in Vermont, and the people that do meth, they obviously need to have money in order to buy more meth, right? Now, I mean, what's a good way to do it? Stealing your cat converter, because there's platinum, there's all sorts of like really expensive, highly sought after minerals and material that's inside. Easy way, just go in, all they gotta do is lift your car a little bit and just cut it, and it's gonna sound like, once you get in your car, it's probably gonna sound like it's one of those loud boom boxes just making terrible noises as you're driving. Nobody's gonna want to hear that. I don't want to hear it, and I'm pretty sure people on the highway and people in Vermont's not gonna want to hear it. So, the one thing that we had to think about was finding a place to store my car, and we're probably going to just put it inside, or at least at a hotel or a motel parking lot, and we're gonna pay them to secure our vehicles. Yeah, so once we get up to Manchester, we're gonna come back and finish the journey. I mean, this is the first camping trip that I've actually been on this year. I don't know about John, because John apparently, has other friends now that he goes camping with. But I've been trying to do a solo thing, and I'm probably going to do a solo thing sometime this year. I've been really wanting to go up to Maine. Cutler's Bow Coast. They seem to have a really nice area to camp at. It's not Acadia, but it's gonna be something similar because you're going to see the ocean, the Atlantic Ocean. You're gonna be close to Canada. Yeah, that's something that's in the works. I have to really think about it. I've been planning that as well, and another reason to go up there is because lobster, right? I have tons of reason to go up there, and food is one of them. They have Holy Donut, so apparently the best donut in America. I mean, who doesn't want to try the best donut in America, right? I mean, you'd be crazy if you don't. Yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much it for the camping stuff. It's really strange. Again, this is like a podcast, and I'll be talking for a while, and there's a pilot. I just want to see how this looks, how this feels. I mean, if you have any idea what you think would make this better, put a comment below. Please subscribe. I'm hoping to get another podcast out. Maybe I'll bring a guest next time. But yeah, this is pretty much it. Anyways, it's more so an update, right? Update on what we're gonna do. But yeah, I'm trying to also buy some other gear. I'm trying to get a new camera. Maybe I'll get the Sony A7S III. Zahid has been pounding his chest about getting a A7 III instead, which is not a bad idea, because if you think about it, A7 III is a great in between a A7S IV and also an A7 III. So if you don't know cameras, A7R4 is meant for high megapixel photo quality. So you can zoom in on Photoshop or whatever program, and you can have really, really good images that, you know, show the pores on your skin, like 100% of your pores on your skin. And then A7S III is more of a video beast, if you will. Super low lights, you know, your ISO, you can bump your ISO up to like, I don't know, 12,500, 12,800, and you're gonna have absolutely perfect, you know, no grain video in the dark. Well, kind of sort of in the dark, but you know. And A7 III is the in between, so you have a decent amount of megapixels and decent, good megapixels and good video quality, which means you're gonna have the best of both worlds in a way. I've been thinking about not wanting something the best in the both worlds, because, you know, I personally am not a, you know, what's that phrase? What's a master of everything or something like that? And no, I don't know. Anyways, I think it's a good idea, but I don't particularly like that style. Like, you know, to me, I really like diving into having something that works well, extremely well for one thing. Right now I have the A7R2, so I can still continue to use this for photos. But, you know, I really do want something that is really great for video. I think the next step in this whole entire evolution is to have a great video camera. So in the future, when I do Cutler's Bold Coast in Maine, when I do Glacier National Park, when I do the Sawtooth National Forest, which next year, I want to have something that can depict what I'm seeing in person. The really hard thing about using an iPhone, which I've been using for such a long time, is that it doesn't give you that depth that your eyes will see. At least with a mirrorless camera, you can set it that way. Like, each video that you take is going to show how beautiful or even how ugly, you know, the landscape is. And I just cannot do that with an iPhone. And again, it's just the next evolution to how I want to film all the Lazy Bushcrafter videos and any other videos in general, and also the events that I will be doing with Zahid, for weddings, for events, whatever. I just think that again, that's just the next evolution of things. But, you know, Zahid's been again banging his chest and saying I should get the A7 III or even the A7 IV when it comes out soon. But, you know, I'll really think about it, and I'll make a choice very soon, and hopefully it's the right choice, right? All right, well, I'm gonna cut it short, as in short, 20 minutes almost, maybe just a little bit less, 18 minutes or so. Again, please like, subscribe, share this video. Please leave a comment below if you want to bash my video and say it sucks. If you do like it, please leave a comment anyways, and let me know how I can improve these videos. Hopefully it's not too dark, right? It definitely got darker outside, so it might look a little bit darker in here. All right, thanks.